My girlfriend, 20-year-old female, cheated on me, 21-year-old male, with her best friend. Welcome to today's video on the Gossip Corner. Today's post was found on Our Relationships on Reddit and was posted by the Maverick2187. Let's just jump straight into the post and we can talk about opinions and comments at the end. This video also includes an update, so I will also be talking about that at the end. During the summer break, my girlfriend cheated on me with her best friend, all the while keeping me in the dark, and the general communication was zero. We came back to college and I started hearing dumb things and excuses that led to fights like, "You kiss differently, you've changed, you're not who you were." I haven't changed a bit, it's just that something fell off. One day we had an event in college and we had a lot of fun. That same night I got a call from her. She was crying and she told me how she cheated on me with her best friend for about 3 months. She told me how she realized she truly loved me. I don't like shouting at people or fighting, so I immediately cut the call and didn't want to talk further. She started bombarding me with calls. I picked up one call and told her that I didn't want to talk right now and was in no mood to discuss this further. She kept calling me. Now, her friends also joined in. I was getting messages and calls left and right. She was crying and not eating. Finally, I had to pick up the call. She was crying profusely and asking me why I wasn't talking to her. She kept saying, "I love you," but I couldn't bring myself to reciprocate. I told her I wanted to break up, but that blew the lid off her and she started crying very loudly. I somehow convinced her to eat something and not cry. She kept saying she only wanted me and nothing else, but my trust was shattered. She made me meet her the next day, although I didn't want to. I told her I wanted a break and it'll be a long time before I was normal again. She just kept crying and asking me not to do this. She kept saying, "I love you, don't do this," etc. After a while, I thought maybe I was being too dramatic and told her I can't trust her anymore. She said she would do anything. I could only tell her I can't do this. She kept pushing me. Me and my ex were really good friends. We broke up on mutual terms and would talk once in a while. She had a problem with me talking to my ex and made me block her. Finally, I asked her to choose between me or her best friend. I'm not someone who does something like this. She used to hang out with him and leave me behind, talk to him, and not answer my calls at times, but I trusted her fully. She said she wants to be with me. She made it a point to show me she blocked him. It was all well and good until about a week later when I saw she was talking to him on Instagram. I was hurt. I had started to trust her again to some degree. I immediately confronted her and she blocked him again, but I wasn't having any of it. She started crying and begging me. After a lot of this, I still agreed to be with her. Now yesterday, again I saw this guy's chats. Never checked her phone. She was showing me something on Instagram and confronted her about it immediately. She started telling me how her friend was becoming suicidal and this and that. I called the guy directly and talked to him in front of her and told both of them that I wasn't okay with it and that she will have to choose. Now somehow, my girlfriend told me I was being controlling by asking her to choose, and at this point I had had enough. I asked her to take her stuff and go to her hostel. I have a flat, she lives in a hostel. Now I thought talking to one of her friends who was quite reasonable was a good idea. I called her friend up in front of her and she told me my girlfriend to do what she thought was right. Then she took the phone off speaker and I was like, "This involves me, I would like to listen." At this point, she started leaving the room. She had already packed her stuff, so in anger, I told her that if you leave, just don't come back. At this point, she had made up her mind about the breakup and proceeded to take her stuff and walk out the door. It was pretty late at night and I didn't want her to let her go in an unsafe situation. I chased after her and said I'd give her a ride. She refused, but I insisted. Finally, she agreed. At this point, she had told her friend and her best friend that we had broken up. But during the ride, she held on to me and started crying, asking me if we are really doing this. I didn't have an answer. What do I do? Oh god, I feel so bad for OP. It sounds like he was so trusting and never had a doubt in his mind that she would ever do something with her best friend and had full trust in her. She literally forced him to block his ex-girlfriend, whom he had a completely platonic relationship with, because she felt insecure. That just really goes to show that she was genuinely reflecting her transgressions onto him. It wouldn't surprise me if this had been going on for a really long time or had even happened with other people in the past as well. Usually when someone becomes completely suspicious of their partner doing something wrong behind their back, seemingly out of nowhere, it could potentially mean that that person has actually done something dodgy behind their partner's back, and now, out of guilt, they're trying to find out if their partner has done something. Kind of a way to deflect blame or try to make themselves feel better and less guilty. And it's really sad because that's how gaslighting starts a lot of the time, you know. I mean, she literally convinced him that he was being melodramatic because he was trying to break up with her for cheating on him. Honestly, this girl got it so easy. She deserved to literally be kicked out on the spot, no questions asked. But he even went out of his way to give her a ride home because he was worried about her. If it was me, I would have told her that she can get a lift from her best friend. Screw her, honestly. It makes me so sad that OP had to go through the lengths of posting this on Reddit, asking people what they think he should do, when the answer to that question is just so clearly black and white to everyone reading the post. He's obviously just been gaslighted so bad to think that he is actually making the wrong choice here. I can't believe that she called him controlling when he asked her to choose between him and her best friend, whom she cheated on him with. She only made him block his ex because she was probably doing something on the sly. Why are girls like this? I have no doubt in my mind that she's going around telling everybody that he is so cruel and that he dumped her for no reason. She sounds incredibly toxic and manipulative, and you are so much better off without her. Anyway, I could probably go on and on for ages just venting about this girl, but let's read what other people had to say in the comments. Anonymous commented, "Break up. She cheated on you for 3 months and unblocked him twice, and then told you were being controlling for giving her an ultimatum. You'd be a fool to let her treat you like that." Lil VB commented, "Please leave, dude. You don't have to deal with this, and give yourself time to heal before you look for another girl. It will do wonders for your mind." Twisted Panda commented, "You deserve better. Sounds like you will be happier on your own for a bit. What really grinds is she was perfectly happy giving you the ultimatum to block your ex, controlling in her own words, yet when you ask the same, she's a victim. Walk away and be happy doing it." I agree with everyone. It's so clear what OP needs to do in this situation. I would have literally ghosted her in the first instance as soon as I had found out she was cheating. OP is just way too selfless for his own good, and he definitely deserves better. So as I said in the beginning, this post does include an update, and the update is 1 year into the future after this has happened. So I am going to go ahead and read that now. So I wanted to provide an update and thank my fellow Redditors. I took the advice and broke up and realized that the relationship was really sucking the life out of me and was the worst thing in my life at the moment. Since then, I have met someone who understands me and cares for me. There's no drama. Well, I once ate the last pizza slice and she got pretty angry, but yeah, that's a level of drama. We support each other and she makes me a better human all round. Because of my ex, I wasn't able to focus on my studies, and the breakup combined with the COVID pandemic gave me ample time for studying, and I landed an internship at the Big Bulge Bracket company, and also I'm working on a few personal projects that I love spending time on. The pandemic also gave me time to realize that I was with the wrong person, and I love many others who love me, be it family, friends, etc. I feel really liberated. Today I was looking back at what used to be, and I remembered that this subreddit was the trigger point for the change in my life. So thank you, and you are all awesome. It's because of you I've gone from crying nights to happy days. This update honestly makes me so happy, and I'm so glad that he updated us. It sounds like he's with someone who really deserves him this time round. Guaranteed his crazy ex is still pining for him and regrets absolutely everything. And as she should, I hope that one day she experiences some of the pain that he experienced because of her. I know it's not good to wish ill onto other people, but I do it all the time. Sounds like a happy ending for our OP. And on that note, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.